All right, so you gotta hear this story. Sometimes, the most incredible life lessons, they come from the most ridiculous places. In this case, it's all happening in a TV studio where two NBA legends are about to have a foot race. And trust me, one of them is already getting his excuses ready. And boom, there it is. The perfect excuse before the race even starts. This one line from Kenny Smith just captures the hilarious, chaotic energy of this whole thing. He's already decided he's gonna lose, and he wants everyone to know exactly why. So, just picture it. You're in Studio J, home of Inside the NBA. The challenge? It's simple. A sprint from here to the big screen over there. And who's racing? None other than former NBA champs Chris Webber and Kenny Smith. The stakes? Well, there are no stakes, just bragging rights. It's the perfect recipe for some chaos. But this is about way more than just a race. It's all about the mindset you bring to the starting line. And Kenny Smith? Well, he basically wrote the book on preparing to lose.
I mean, just look at this. It's ridiculous. On one side, you've got Chris Webber laced up in performance Jordans, ready to go. And on the other, there's Kenny Smith pointing down at his casual house slippers, like he's about to try and climb a mountain in flip-flops. This whole gear thing, it's the foundation for every excuse that's about to come.
And of course, his colleagues call him out on it immediately. This line just cuts right through all the nonsense. See, this wasn't a one-time thing, it's a pattern. And it really highlights a truth we all know, right? We all know that one person who has an excuse ready for absolutely everything. And the excuses just keep coming. Seriously. First, it's the footwear. Then he's yelling false start. Then he claims he was ambushed, saying, I didn't think Chris Webber was going to be here. He even jokes about pulling a hamstring. And then just stands at the starting line like he's on strike. It's just a masterclass in avoiding accountability. Okay, so we've had our fun with the slippers and the fake injuries, but let's just pause for a second. Because right in the middle of this total mess, Chris Webber drops a moment of pure genius. What if all this stuff, the shoes, the complaints, the race, what if it's all just noise, distracting us from a way deeper lesson? And this is where it gets really good. This is the heart of it all. Forget the race. This is about a philosophy for life, something we're calling the C-Webb doctrine. And it's all about how you turn an excuse into a mission. Just listen to that again. Let it sink in. Sometimes things don't look great and people gonna hate, but you gotta keep your mind straight and run through the tape. In one single, rhyming, kind of poetic sentence, C-Webb just flips the entire script. He's not talking about slippers anymore. He's talking about life. He's talking about resilience. So let's break this doctrine down into 4 simple but powerful steps. Number 1, acknowledge that, things aren't perfect. Things don't look great. You might be wearing the proverbial slippers. 2, ignore the haters. People gonna hate. 3, get your head in the game. Keep your mind straight. And 4, the most important part, you finish the job. You run through the tape.
And here's the thing, this isn't just some catchy phrase he pulled out of thin air. No. This is a real philosophy he uses in his actual job, like seconds after he says it.
I'm not kidding. Right after this whole studio race fiasco, the show cuts to some college basketball highlights. And what does Webber did? He starts breaking down a play where a team lost because they gave up on the final step. He literally points to the screen and says, see, they didn't run through the tape. It's just brilliant. It shows how a silly studio gag becomes a seriously sharp tool for analysis. So what does it really mean to run through the tape? Well, it's a concept from track and field, right? Runners are taught not to aim for the finish line. They're taught to aim for a spot like 10 feet past it. It means you don't slow down when you get close to your goal. You actually accelerate through it, leaving absolutely no doubt that you finished strong. Think about it like this. If you quit early, you get maybe 50% of the way there. If you settle, just kind of coast to the finish line, maybe you get it done sometimes, 80%. But running through the tape, that's giving 100% effort until the task is completely, totally, and undeniably finished. That's the difference between just playing the game and actually winning it. So let's bring it all home, because this hilarious little race between 2 old pros, it actually gave us something that applies to every single one of us, way beyond a TV studio or a basketball court. And that's the real key, isn't it? This was never about Jordans versus slippers. The slippers were just a prop. The race was just a stage. The real story here is about a choice we all have to make. Do you focus on your disadvantages and make excuses, or do you lock in, focus your mind, and finish what you started no matter what? So here's what it all boils down to. Wearing slippers is a circumstance. It's not your destiny. What other people say about you, that's just noise. It's a distraction. Your own mental focus is the engine that's going to drive you across that finish line. And at the end of the day, people don't really remember how you start. They remember how you finish, how you run through that tape. So I'll just leave you with this question. Think about your life right now. Your job, a project you're working on, your personal goals. Where are you kind of coasting? Where have you been making excuses, even small ones? Where, right now, do you need to get your mind straight and just run through the tape?